like, you can come, and don't worry. We have all age group classes. Only if you will feel, then we will hold you up. Otherwise, we have other gentle pastors. Here we just brought some pastors to just introduce, because if you are just doing breathing, chanting Om, it's not, in 5 minutes we cannot do, and we don't act prayers. We should live in prayer. Thank you so much.
Pandit Acharya is also fully fluent in Sanskrit, and he also teaches Sanskrit in the Mississauga-Brampton area. So this is a wonderful resource. He's got a website called Freedom Yoga. So if you have a chance, please look at that. Now I'd like to bring up two very important leaders in our Malton area, two principals. One of them is very vivacious. She is very full of energy. You know she's a powerful leader. And the other one is like Mother Teresa. Very quiet, very low-keyed. And I'd like you to welcome Balneet Singh and Rita Manners. They are both principals of elementary schools in the Malton area.
Namaste, Vanakkam, Sat Sri Akal, Salam Alaikum, and Bonjour. Good evening to all of you.
And warm welcome to all the children, anybody else we haven't seen. Thank you.
Before we begin, I would like to share some of my background with you. My name is Rita Manners, and I'm currently a principal in Peel District School Board. I immigrated to Canada 22 years ago as an adult, so I'm very much a newcomer in my heart, and I'm very close to the realities that newcomers coming to Canada encounter on a daily basis in the school systems in Ontario. I re-educated myself in Canada, attending 3 different universities, Brock University, York University, and the University of Toronto over 13 years, because Canada in those days did not accept and give credence to some of the degrees from the outside. I bring with me fluency in French, Urdu, some Punjabi, Kannada, Hindi, and Tamil. I have been a teacher for over 20 years and in administration for about 8 years in 3 different school boards in Ontario. And I'm going to turn it over to Balneet, my colleague, who will share her background with you.
My name is Balneet Singh. I immigrated to Canada 14 years ago. And I think I was a little bit luckier than Rita, I can say that, because I didn't have to do my degrees again. I did my degrees in Delhi University and Punjab University, that's where I'm from. But when I came to Canada, I came from Africa, West Africa in Nigeria. Actually, I have taught as an educator in 3 different continents. So that's India, and that's in Asia, and Africa, that's Nigeria, and now I'm in North America, in Canada. And in Nigeria, I was a principal of a school before immigrating to Canada. So when I came here, I was always, it was my dream. The way Dr. Sani said that, you have to have a dream, and this was my dream, that one day I will be a principal in Canada. And I have achieved it in this September, last 2009, I'm the first year principal in Canada, which I'm working through. And I do bring, this is my 27th year in education. So I do bring a lot of wealth of knowledge as an educator. It's in my blood, it's in my passion. I'm like Mr. Nan Kisur was saying about passion. I think my passion is education. And that's where I am here. And I love kids. That's where we're working as educators. And I also come with the same languages, except the French, which I'm trying to learn. But I do have Hindi, Punjabi, Urdu, and a bit of Arabic. I can speak Arabic too. Today, we are delighted. Sorry, excuse me. We are delighted to have this opportunity to share some thoughts and reflections related to South Asian heritage, but more importantly, to the notion of community capacity and social capital.
Such events as today's gathering are critical in terms of bringing people from diverse backgrounds and cultures together. The importance of community empowerment has been a central theme in many areas, including education, health promotion, job search, and fostering a sense of belonging through discussions about community capacity, competence, and cohesiveness.
It's only being able to organize and mobilize oneself that individuals, groups, and communities will achieve the social and political changes necessary to redress their powerlessness. This type of community empowerment enables people to take control of their lives.
It is important to recognize that community members can be heterogeneous, that is, from different backgrounds, and yet have the ability to share needs and interests. In fact, research states that heterogeneous groups and individuals can actually become more of a community through the process of program planning, as long as the aims and objectives reflect shared needs and interests. So Balneet, what factors influence community empowerment?
You know what, I would say strong knowledge base, education, recognition of barriers to success, access to decision-making roles, and the most important, walking the talk.
Is community empowerment a process or an outcome?
In my view, based on several articles on parent engagement, it is a process. There is a social and an organizational aspect to this process with a sense of purpose.
In my experience as a principal, proactive community involvement becomes evident when community members feel they belong to the school. The sari, samosa, steel band syndrome associated to many immigrant communities represents a very superficial and limited layer of community competence. There is nothing wrong with the samosa, nor the steel band, nor Balneet's lovely sari tonight. For example, if we involve parent and community participation to showcase only foods, music, and Bollywood, then we are also assuming that our newcomer families or immigrant families lack other competencies and skill sets. This is how we also contribute to perpetuating the stereotypes in society. Let me give you an example. Events where parents and community members get together to highlight not just their culinary talents, but also high levels of procedural writing. For example, if you have a parent evening with children and we have all the wonderful delicacies displayed, it would be also amazing to have parents and children write the recipes in English and Kannada, in English and Punjabi, in English and Tamil, in English and French, and many other multilingual skills that our children are bringing every day to the school system along with their families.
And you know what, Rita, I would fully agree with you that, because as my experience as an educator, as a leader, I've seen the best way to get the community involved is in deeper. You know, we have to go deeper than just the food, like as you mentioned. We have to go deeper than that. We have to, for example, we made an evening, for like we do the family literacy nights and the family programs we do. We want to make sure that parents understand and we can go deep in their languages, because there is a lot of wealth of knowledge in different languages. That doesn't mean that they don't know English, the knowledge is not there. So let's open that, give them that skill set. You know, you are an educated, let's bring it out, give them, so what if it's Punjabi, so what it's Spanish, so what? Let's mix it up and let's give them the confidence and let them read the books in their languages to the parents. And that is, I think, the key to bring the parent engagement here.
We need to learn how to tap into the expertise, the knowledge base, and skill sets of our communities so that we can truly support them in showcasing what really matters. We need to raise the bar of expectations with confidence, by first acknowledging and recognizing that our communities have a lot to offer. For example, by offering a Scrabble club in some school communities, we may not encourage a high level of student and parent participation. Whereas when we offer a chess club that students have experienced before, we are tapping into skill sets of students who are new to Canada. Even parents and grandparents participate because they feel confident, competent, and valued. The challenge then is to find the balance between the prior knowledge base and identifying skills that our community members need in becoming successful in Canada. Because new communities do need our support to integrate into mainstream society and build on their repertoire of skills. Many of our new families and their children struggle with public speaking skills, a skill highly valued in North American settings. And so we offer several opportunities, including debating, public speaking, to many of our children in our communities so that they can achieve success in a North American setting. For community empowerment, our efforts need to focus on valuing what community members are bringing with them, how to capitalize on those skill sets and knowledge bases, while identifying the gaps in their training that could disadvantage them in a Canadian setting.
You know, is my experience, which I find, I should just said that we have people coming to the country, but they don't have the confidence to speak. The public speaking is not there. I think we're bringing the parents, kids out, let's do some public speaking contest so the kids can get there. I will just finish up. We're ending up right now. The time is going. Empowering and participatory approaches facilitate community capacity building by enabling individuals to gain access to power through their own power from within. From participation involves action. We hope that you all will continue to engage in mutual support through community involvement and outreach, such as sharing rich traditions. Please enjoy the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, ladies. As you can see, we have very powerful female leaders in our schools, and I want to thank Rick for his efforts in trying to get, we heard earlier that our minister said 9 years ago when he was with the Peel Board of Education that there was only one color. Now we've got leaders, and we want to bring these leaders out to you, the community, so that you can see the kind of support we have in our schools to build a fantastic community and transform Brampton, Mississauga, Malton into a beautiful place that it should be, as an example of all of Canada. And we have a leader in Dr. Saini, who's at the university, because once they go to elementary school, they go to high school, where I am at, and then on to university, and they can see a role model like Dr. Saini and like our medical doctors here to lead them on to the next millennium. Thank you, ladies. And I'd now like to invite our two dinner speakers to walk us through the dinner, Sharon and Terrelyn. Come on up, ladies.
And at this time, we would actually like to call Dr. Jean Kasoon Singh to come up and say grace before we have dinner.
Let us bow our heads in prayer, please.